Now then, it's a position that you don't want to find yourself in at all after several years of working in one place. Imagine if you then lose your job and you face an uphill battle of negotiating a job search that is now almost unrecognisable since the last time you applied. Today, of course, there are online applications and a whole host of other job hunters clipping at your heels and talking themselves up. Oh, that's one of those new phrases. In a moment, you'll hear how you can rebrand yourself for the 2014 jobs market. But firstly, Jackie Davis is someone who found herself looking for a new job after, well, you tell me, Jackie, how long was it you were working? It was a finance company, wasn't it?
That's right. I was working for this company for almost 15 years. And to be honest, I thought I'd probably be there for the rest of my working life. And obviously, initially, you know, you hear about the redundancies and it is quite a shock to you, to be honest. Panic, everything goes through your mind with regards to, gosh, I've given so much to the company, this company, which obviously everybody works hard when they work for somebody. And then sort of been made redundant, a lot of panic comes through your body, to be honest, and your mind. So, yes, 15 years.
Did you have much warning about it?
Yeah, I have had a bit of warning. Probably more than a lot of people have. It has been going on. The company has been reducing in size and everything for the last sort of 12 months or so. And the company, don't get me wrong, have been fantastic. But I still think even with the notice that I was given, when the actual day happens, that is, you realise that's it. You're not working anymore. You've had your last paycheck. You've had, etc. So it does, realisation comes to you to think, oh my goodness. And to be honest, initially, your confidence drops as well, which is quite hard to pull yourself back then, which is what you need to do.
Yes, I was going to say that's exactly what you do need. You need confidence, don't you?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. But of course, there's, the panic, even though I've sort of been with the company a long time, there was the panic of, gosh, my CV is totally out of date, and it's not something that, even though I had a bit of time, it's not something I wanted to pick up, and because it's like, where do you start with it?
Yeah.
I'm one of these people that thinks, oh, I've got to get everything into my CV, and it's like, pages and pages, but it's kind of like, gosh, where do you start with your CV? Where do you, what job sites? I mean, I started looking on some job sites on the internet and everything, and it's like, what do? You hear so many people go for each job these days, which kind of is quite frightening. You're thinking, gosh, how many people have applied for perhaps a position? But, from my point of view, I suppose then I was kind of put in touch with Penny, and things changed and my view of things changed.
Because it's not just the work, it's not just the pay either, it's the whole social thing with work as well, isn't it? Because it's such a big part of our lives.
And 15 years, and I'm not just saying 15 years, you're there, you spend so much of your time at work these days, and sometimes you probably spend even more time at work, driving to work, getting to work, spending, lunch hours, etc., with colleagues, etc. You build a good bond with them, you build a fantastic bond with people, and you actually find that you get friends that that you've kind of worked with for a long time, and you sort of go out on evenings, etc. So you're absolutely right there. You do have a big bond at work with people and your colleagues and everything. So absolutely.
I'll put this as delicately as I can, but how much of a factor is age as well? Because as you say, you've been at this one place for 15 years and whatever. You're on the jobs market now. Is that a factor as well in your mind?
No. Maybe it should be, but no, because I think one of the things I was very concerned about was before I sort of got made, or when I was told I was being made redundant, is, well, what skills have I got? It's, because you actually think, well, is there anything special about me to go out and be able to find another job quite quickly? And I think realising, well, actually, have I got any skills? Have I got anything that I could take to somebody else that another employer would want? I think when you realise that, I don't think that is a problem, because I think that as long as you've got the, I don't know, maybe the confidence and maybe the personality, and feel that you want to go out and do something worthwhile, again, i.e. working and doing your best for that employer, I don't think that is a problem. I may be completely wrong on that one, but I think, with the experience, hopefully within the CV that Penny has helped me to do, I think that the skills that I can, demonstrate would hopefully outweigh anything else for me.
Okay. We'll bring Penny into this in just a few moments' time. So where are you up to now? You've sort of redone your CV. You've been applying for jobs?
I've been really fortunate. Just before, when I knew I was being made redundant, I was obviously put in touch with Penny, and I've had a couple of sort of meetings with Penny, and I must admit, initially, my confidence had dropped, and I was really worried about what do I do next, where do I go, and I met Penny, and I suppose she looked at what skills I actually had, what my transferable skills were, and helped me obviously to create a CV, etc. And I feel now that I'm really upbeat now, and I feel a little bit guilty actually that I've sort of just been made redundant, but I actually feel I'm ready for that next step. I'm quite excited about what I'm going to do next. And the positive thing is something that I would have, I've seen sort of people work self-employed in the business that I'm in and come into our company in the past, and I've always thought, I'd love to do that, but I've never had the sort of, I suppose, the confidence to go out and do it. But actually I've now got it now, and it's something Penny's been working with me on, so now I'm sort of raring to go, and looking to sort of be sort of self-employed now as opposed to employed.
It sounds like it, and you've got a big smile on your face.
I know.
It seems like you've got that confidence from somewhere.
I have now, but I hadn't before. It was a bit, where do I go? What, and I was nervous about the number of people applying for jobs, and where do you even look, for a job? But now I think, and that's where you say about sort of my age and everything, but I think now that I've got enough skills, and Penny's helped me to identify what I could bring to the job market, which, I am buzzing about. I'm really excited, and I now see it as a new opportunity and a new challenge.
Well, this is an interesting thing, because I've heard a few people say to me about, yes, I've lost my job, and I'm now seeing this as an opportunity to either do something different, B, I don't know, move away, do something which is a step change.
Yes.
So a lot of this seems to be in the mind.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.